Good morning, and welcome to all those who have supported us on our educational and adventurous journeys. Parents, families, staff, friends, and of course, welcome to the graduating class of 2023 for our commencement ceremony at Prairie Ridge High School. At this time, I would ask that you please rise for the singing of the national anthem.
What so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner
Thank you, and again. Welcome to the culminating moment of our high school experience as we move forward onto new endless adventures. At this time, please be seated for the commencement ceremony of the class of 2023.
Congratulations, Vedika. Well, good morning, everybody. Good morning. My name is Steve Cook. I'm the principal of Prairie Ridge High School. And also, like many of you here today, I'm a proud parent of a graduate myself. And don't worry, Kevin, I'm not going to ask you to stand up or anything, but I'm going to point you out. We're very happy you are all able to join us today as we recognize the end of a 4-year journey and the start of a bright new chapter for the class of 2023. This is a day of hope and celebration and a time to look forward in anticipation and excitement. Vedika Shah, who welcomed you on behalf of her class, is the daughter of Kushali and Umesh Shah. Vedika's activities as a student at Prairie Ridge have included speech team, varsity tennis, NHS president, the head of diversity club, Spanish, NHS, and Girl Scouts. Her favorite memories here at Prairie Ridge are going to state for speech team her junior and senior year. She is an AP Scholar with distinction, an Illinois State Scholar, a distinguished graduate, and a Girl Scout Gold Award recipient. This fall, Vedika will attend the University of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign, where she will double major in political science and global studies in hopes of working in international human rights law. Congratulations, Vedika. To the class of 2023, you had quite the rocky start to high school, losing part of your freshman year and the entirety of your sophomore year to the pandemic. Coming back suddenly as upperclassmen, you faced the challenge of trying to resurrect school spirit and to reestablish traditions that you really had never experienced for yourselves. You also faced a variety of other obstacles, and I'm not just talking about difficult summatives or crowds of backpack-wielding freshmen clogging the stairwells. Our school is a microcosm of our community, and it's subject to the same conflicting perspectives and ideas. And just as people aren't perfect, our school isn't perfect. And learning to physically navigate the hallways is much easier than figuring out how to respond civilly to others' different opinions. My hope, graduates, is that your experiences here at Prairie Ridge have provided you with more than lots of content knowledge in math or English or other subjects. I hope you've had the opportunity to learn what you stand for, how to communicate and work with others who don't share your worldview, and how to use your voice to advocate for the world that you want. After all, it's not just your intellect that will shape the future, but also your character and compassion and your ability to work with others in a diverse and complex world. Today, as you cross the stage at the end of your high school experience, I can say that I am proud of what you've accomplished after such a chaotic start, and that I will remember the class of 2023 as a group who played a large part in returning Prairie Ridge High School to our high standards, both within the classroom and without. So as you look to your futures, I challenge you to keep standing up for your beliefs while respecting the fact that there are others who might see things differently. Thank you, best of luck, and let's enjoy the ceremony together. Is it hot up here? It's hot up here. Okay, I am pleased to introduce the first student speaker for the class of 2023, Alexis Sukup. Alexis, go ahead. You can come on up. Alexis is the daughter of Rob and Heather Sukup. Alexis' activities at Prairie Ridge have included cross country, track, speech team, Scholastic Bowl, NHS, Spanish NHS, Spanish Club, Link Crew, and Feed My Starving Children Club. Her favorite memory is being the captain of her cross country and track teams and seeing her teammates' triumphs. Alexis is a distinguished graduate and has earned the Wheaton Grant and the Equitas Program Scholarship for next fall, when she will attend Wheaton College to study elementary education with a minor in Spanish and urban studies. Congratulations, Alexis. The podium is yours.
I'm scared. Not only am I now standing in front of hundreds of people, but I'm also faced with an uncertain future, like all of the graduates here today. This future is one we have worked toward our entire lives. We have shaped our lives through careful or spontaneous choices and have arrived here, at the next chapter break in the story of our lives. I don't think I know anyone who hasn't been afraid of change in some way. When I started high school, I was afraid of the upperclassmen and making new friends. When I started middle school, I was scared of puberty and starting school sports or activities. When I was little, I was afraid of the monster under my new bed and crossing the street alone. In all of these instances, I really didn't need to be afraid. All of my fears looked like insurmountable mountains at the time, but looking back, I can laugh at my old self, knowing how it all turned out. The monster I created out of the shadows under my bed never actually came alive to eat me. I learned how to cross the street, and thankfully I do so successfully almost every day now. I grew up, made friends, and learned from my mistakes along the way. The point of this retrospection is that I was the one who made these changes scary. They weren't actually scary, but I looked at them as if they were. Fear. F-E-A-R is false evidence appearing real. In the same way crows are deterred from a cornfield by a scarecrow appearing real, we can be deterred from positive changes and opportunities for growth because we're uncertain of the outcome. Because of this, it was harder for me to take the first step across the street, meet new people, and try new things. Today, I am afraid. I'm being asked to cross a metaphorical street in my life. But I will not let this fear and uncertainty keep me from future success. We are not standing before a mountain of danger, but a sea of opportunity. Today, I will continue to work hard, shaping my future into a reality I can be proud of. Today, I will not be conquered by fear. Today, I invite you not to let fear take hold, but to be bold as you step into your new future. I invite you to examine the evidence and filter out the lies that are holding you back. I invite you to take the next step and thus overcome fear.
Thank you, Alexis. Congratulations. Okay, our second student speaker is Madeline Bartmus. Maddie is the daughter of Cindy and Scott Bartmus. Her activities at Prairie Ridge have included tennis, NHS, French NHS, president of Spanish NHS, a cappella choir, diversity club, and Spanish club. Maddie is an AP Scholar with Honor, a trilingual scholar, an Illinois State Scholar, and she earned a National Merit Letter of Commendation. Her favorite memory includes going to state for tennis. Next year, she will attend the University of Virginia to study global public health. Congratulations, Maddie. Podium is yours.
First and foremost, congratulations to the class of 2023. We made it! I'd like to thank the parents, friends,
educators, and community members who made this day possible, because none of us would be here where we are today without your encouragement and support. I'm sure there were days when you wanted to strangle us, so thank you for resisting the urge to do so. Sometimes the days seemed to crawl by, but the years certainly flew, and this occasion that has always felt so far away is finally upon us. In just a few short moments, our time as PRHS students will officially come to an end, and the rest of our lives will begin. I'd imagine that many of us entered high school hoping for the perfect high school experience. Perfect grades, perfect friends, perfect relationships, perfect extracurriculars. After all, we'd grown up on Disney Channel, and how are we supposed to know that High School Musical was not an accurate model? In the last 4 years, we have learned the hard way that life isn't perfect. Our freshman year was cut short by a global pandemic, and most of our sophomore year was spent behind a Zoom screen, sitting silently in breakout rooms as our classmates pointed their cameras at the ceiling. Despite this, we came back as upperclassmen and refused to let these setbacks define our high school years. We screamed our heads off at football games. We celebrated our peers and their accomplishments. We made up for lost time, and we rebuilt a sense of community at PR. I highly doubt that any of us would describe our high school years as perfect, but when I look back on our time together, it's the imperfect moments that I remember most vividly. I know we weren't winning any Grammy Awards as we screamed Sweet Caroline on the football field, and the senior musical will not be debuting on Broadway anytime soon. We've all gotten a couple of bad grades, we've all made a couple dumb choices, and we've all had a couple imperfect moments, but growth cannot occur without a little discomfort. For me, I know that my closest friendships were formed in my hardest classes, and my greatest successes followed my most devastating failures. We've all faced our fair share of imperfection during our time at PRHS, but we have become kinder, smarter, and more passionate people because of it. My message to you today, and for the rest of our lives, is to embrace the imperfect. Embrace discomfort and failure and change. Enjoy the good moments and learn from the painful ones. Reach for your goals and fail a few times along the way. Decide what you want to do with your life and then change your mind. Take an 8 a.m. class and then realize that you are definitely not a morning person. Take the chance to mess things up over and over and over again, because every mistake is an opportunity to learn something new. I am not going to promise you perfection, because real life is beautifully imperfect. It's messy, it's complicated, and sometimes it's painful. But there is so much happiness waiting for us once we learn to accept change rather than resist it. If there is anything you take away from this speech, I hope it is to master the art of imperfection and learn to revel in it. As we move forward into the next imperfect phases of our lives, I know that the lessons we learned at Prairie Ridge will never be forgotten, and neither will the friendships and the community that we created during our short time here. We've made it through plenty of highs and lows, but I know our best days are yet to come. Once again, congratulations to the class of 2023. I can't wait to see what we do next. Happy graduation.
You did it. Congratulations. Thank you, Maddie, and congratulations. At this time, I'd like to introduce our next student speaker for the class of 2023, Haley Patel. You might lose that cat, you never know. Haley is the daughter of Rupal and Nuvaneeth Patel. Haley's activities at Prairie Ridge have included President of Medical Club, NHS, Student Council, Spanish NHS, and Spanish Club. She is a distinguished graduate and an AP scholar. Her favorite memories include playing volleyball in gym with her friends her junior year. Next year, Haley plans to attend Loyola University in Chicago to study biology. Congratulations, Haley.
First and foremost, congratulations to the class of 2023, who has committed to every challenge and embraced every hurdle along the way. Welcome to the friends and families who have stood by our sides to support and encourage us every day. Thank you to the teachers and administration who willingly took each opportunity to mentor us. Today, we have achieved a remarkable milestone, and we will see many uplifting smiles and tears of joy because this day has finally come. 1,368 days ago, we all first walked through the doors of Prairie Ridge, hoping to fit in and aiming for the best in ourselves. Numerous memories have been made since that day, some good, some bad, but always look back and embrace these moments. Like many others here today, I too complained a lot. As I would set my alarm each night, I would complain about waking up. As I would come home, I would complain about completing my assignments. As I would write my name on top of a test, I would complain about failing. But somewhere, amidst the complaints and criticism, I began to fall in love with this high school life. I began to dedicate times to clubs I cared about. I began to make friends that would stay by my side till this day. I began to love high school. Those complaints made me prepare for the future, and those attachments made me understand the purpose of life. Today, I've come to the realization that maybe everything does happen for a reason. As I share this heartwarming moment with you, I would like to recall the great words of Martin Luther King Jr. Darkness cannot drive out darkness. Only light can do that. Hate cannot drive out hate. Only love can do that. Today, I advise you all, be the light. Be the love that will enable you along your path to success. PR has taught us how to love, respect, care, and honor individuals regardless of their differences. We've all had our ups and downs, highs and lows. Yet, as students of Prairie Ridge, we've all received the same morals and values that allowed us to succeed and maintain unity. From Friday Spirit Days to football games, these traditions held us together. From failing a test to answering a question correctly in class, the satisfaction held us together. From sitting at a lunch table to going out for lunch, the responsibilities held us together. From freshmen to seniors, this journey continues to hold us together. Our culture to define the unity that still inspires us. The future is scary, but the recollection of high school intends to lead into a successful start in a new chapter in our lives. An end to all of our firsts and a start to all of our lasts. No one has seen tomorrow, so it might not be the way you envisioned it, but this journey has taught you how to move forward. Remember that this is the path of life, where every turn isn't easy and every turn might not bring happiness. But at the end of the path, there is always a destination. Move on with a new ray of hope that assures you everything will be okay. So remember, ladies and gentlemen, be the light, be the love, and be the change, because this day has finally come. Thank you.
Thank you, Haley, and congratulations. Okay, student speakers, at this point, you can take your seats with your class. It's with great pleasure that I introduce our next speaker. Mrs. Nicole Pavoris is a member of the D155 Board of Education. She has been a member of the board since 2017. We appreciate her leadership in that role, as our board has helped to make District 155 the symbol of excellence that it is today. She's also another proud parent of a PR graduate seated here with us. Ladies and gentlemen, Mrs. Nicole Pavoris.
Good morning. I am super excited to be here today because not only do I get to wish all of the class of 2023 congratulations, my daughter Madison is a part of this awesome class too. So when I sat down to write my remarks, I had so many thoughts swirling around in my head. The first one was, I am not going to be singing any lines from Miley Cyrus's The Climb like Madison suggested. No one wants to hear that. My second thought was, I wonder how many Ted Lasso references I can sprinkle in this speech without being annoying after Madison's brother said he'd pay me $5 for each one. And as a third, you know what? As much as I want to be witty or inspiring or memorable, in the end, it doesn't matter what I say, because this day is not about me. It's about you, the class of 2023. So let's talk about you, because it's been quite a climb. Several of your sports teams were state qualifiers, and even though some of the competition was giant, PR class of 2023, you didn't break, you stayed strong, and kept pushing on, shattering records along the way. And it wasn't just the sports teams who shined. The gifted musicians and actors of the class of 2023 showed off their talents in magnificent instrumental, choral, and theatrical performances to become members of the all-state band, choir, and musical. But those were not the only all-state Prairie Ridgers. You had state speech and computer science champions as well. Congratulations. And we cannot forget all of the wonderful work you produced in your classrooms. If Madison and Henrik's engineering design and development project is any indication of that work, the class of 2023 is going to do amazing things in this world as you continue your climb after Prairie Ridge. You have probably heard the D155 mission statement, enter with promise, leave with purpose. Class of 2023, you have fulfilled your promise. Now go out and fulfill your purpose. Whether your purpose is found in the U.S. military, or at MCC, or Berkeley, or Cincinnati, or ISU, or at RIT. Keep on moving, keep on climbing. As you do, please remember to be curious, not judgmental with everyone you meet. Don't you dare settle for fine in any endeavor you undertake, and that it really is about the climb. So on behalf of the D155 Board of Education, congratulations, class of 2023, on your graduation. Thank you. Oh, and Trent, you owe me $10.
Thanks, Nicole. Nice job. Thank you, Mrs. Pavoris, and thank you to the entire board for all of your support of these graduates. Some other honored guests are with us this morning who also deserve acknowledgement. Also from the D155 Board of Education is Amy Blazier. Thank you for being here. From the district office, I'm pleased to introduce Ms. Kim Dahlem, our Assistant Superintendent of Student Services, and Dr. Kevin Werner, our Chief Officer of Finance and Operations, and also a graduation dad today. Thanks for all of your support for all of our programs here at PR. Additionally, I would like to recognize Crystal Lake Police Officer Justin Ruff for his great work with our students. He's around somewhere. Finally, as I do each year, I'd like to recognize another group of individuals who put their literal heart and soul into Prairie Ridge High School. So as we do each year, will the members of the administration, faculty, and staff who are here today please rise and be recognized. There are a couple of individuals among our faculty and staff who also deserve recognition. We'll call them the faculty graduating class of 2023, as they are about to begin a new chapter of their own lives, retirement. These individuals include French teacher Val Keaty and maintenance can do anything you ask him to do, Milt Pikett. Each of these professionals have shown great dedication to our students and touched thousands of lives over their careers, and I wish them all the best in their next phase of life. Additionally, I'd like to take another moment to recognize a group of seniors who also deserve special mention this morning, our distinguished graduates. These seniors earn this honor by fully investing themselves in everything Prairie Ridge has to offer, attaining certain standards not just in academics, but also in extracurricular activities, community service, citizenship, and other categories. There are more than 70 of these graduates this year, and together they logged over 2,500 hours of community service and were involved in 900 combined extracurricular activities. I got to get that word out of these speeches. With over 500 semesters of capstone coursework. They definitely experienced a well-rounded high school experience, and you can recognize them today by the silver cords they wear as a symbol of this achievement. Please join me in a round of applause for these students. Finally, I'd also like to take a moment to formally recognize and celebrate several of our seniors who have chosen a post-secondary path of particular honor, those who will move on to serve in one of our nation's armed forces. You can recognize them today by the red, white, and blue cords they wear as a symbol of their future plans. Will those students who will serve in the military please stand at this time and be recognized? At this time, we're about to begin the distribution of the diplomas. I would like to ask the members of the graduating class and the members of the audience to remember the importance of this moment. There are many individuals from many families that are here today to watch and to hear someone special be recognized. I'm simply asking that we all be respectful during the diploma distribution so that all graduates' names can be heard and each family can witness their graduate receiving their diploma. Now, will the entire graduating class of 2023 please rise? Members of the Board of Education, I certify that those standing before you have completed all graduation requirements as established by the Board of Education and have earned a Community High School District 155 diploma. This year, faculty members Vicki Billimack, Rachel Couts, Mary Kate Keeney, and Kelly Orsi will read the names of our graduates. Readers ready? All rows except for row 1 may be seated at this time. And let's distribute the diplomas. Row 1, stay standing. You up first? All right, Mary Kate. You want to hold it or you want it in there? You got it. Thanks for leading us off. Yeah.
Good? Ready? Come to me. Alexandra Elaine Adrowski.
Start making your way over, guys.
Yuritsi Michelle Aguirre. Edward Martin Malin Aarons. Elena Elizabeth Ackerberg. Brandon Michael Akers. Jocelyn Valley Allen. Mitchell Altman. Matthew Daniel Ameka. Brogan James Amhart. Jacqueline Loren Anderson. Philip James Anloff. Uzam Udin Ansari. Andrew James Antos. Maya Angeli Amat. Nicholas James Basak. J. Antonio Baez. Alexander John Bainbridge. Sean Gavin Bainbridge. David Joseph Baldwin. Madeline Bartmus. Kyle Batt. Christiana Beckera. Olivia Madison Bell. Alexandra Bayo Gonzalez. Connor Joseph Benham. Brooke Lynn Benjamin. Samantha Bankert. Maya Berg. Joseph Berry. Cole Hamilton Bittner. Tristan Blair. Colin Walker Braun. Ethan Hunter Braun. Caden Joseph Robert Bredesen. Benjamin Ryan Brame. Maya Bresman. Aiden Joaquin Brewis. Gianna Jean Brueggemann. Daphne Rebecca Berman. Edward James Burseth. Devin Michael Booty. Owen Alfred Buzzard. Brianna Candia. Carla Joanna Carbajal. Roberto Nicholas Cardenas. Elliot Anthony Carlino. Brian Castanon Cervantes. Alexis Rose Salentino.
You didn't tell me.
Megan Ann Clark. Yaroslav Orlov Clark. Gary Allen Coleman. Rachel Isabella Coleman. Cade Corey Collins. Kelsey Margaret Collins. Ellie Linz Copley. Liam Matthew Pelisek Cregan. Leah May Cummings. Abigail Lee Dalzell. Kaylin Mackenzie Dom. Jasmine Diaz de Leon Alvarez. Michaela Rose Dietz Paolelli. Emerson Daya. Victor Nekamjika Ibram. Benjamin Todd Eschman. Tyler Donald Evans. Gabriella Catherine Faia. Charles Ian Faree. Christopher Wilhelm Fiedler. Kevin Andrew Fist. Ekaterina Marie Floyer.
Kiana Marie Fleming. Riley John Fredrickson. Nolan Michael Fry. Alana Desiree Friedrich. Julia Isabel Fry. Maya Gaychek. Delaney Rose Gale. Logan Tyler Galloway. Carson Brian Garner. Samantha Jean Genslinger. Lucas Robert Giacchetti. Abigail Hope Gibson. Nicholas Michael Giglio. Lucas Gomez. Ethan Paul Goudshaw. Riley Grant. Jacob Robert Gray. Nathan Yusha Greetham. Isabel Marie Gregory. Nadia Hackman. Lainey Ann Haynes. Rebecca Lynn Halpert. Logan James Harlow. Finley Shea Harrell. Robert Patrick Harris. Samantha Amy Harris. Braden Anthony Hatter. Gabriel Thomas Allen Hayden. Jacob Anthony Heilman. Kiara June Hine. Aubrey Held. Beata Francis Helland. Madison Hirschberger. Henry William Higgins. Stephen Charles Hoberg. Savannah Horton. Emma Hunter. Jacob Gregory Hind. Nicholas James Ivorone. Natalie Ann Idrizi. Ariana Sophia Janis. Claire Sophia Jansen. Kaylee Ann Gerard. Kajetan Gajegos Jarzabek. Melanie Elise Jimenez. Hunter Matthew Johnson. Antonio Denton Jones. Nicholas Jurasek. Ellison Grace Kaltenbach. Mason Kaza. Abigail Christine Kay. Jessica Shushin Chemnitz. Kylie Lynn Kemp. Jacob Benjamin Kendall. Ellie Elizabeth King. Declan John Kirk. Alex Jose Knope. Brooklyn Marion Cosent. Kevin Michael Cook. Karsten Ann Kolblinger. Megan Mary Kolblinger. Ryan Camillo Kolblinger. Grace Michelle Keppen. Alexander Kolat. Brendan Thomas Kukla. Charlie Lorenzo Lara. Joseph Thomas Lazinski.
Reagan Emma Lee. Samuel Young Lim. Samuel David Loading. Daniel Dmitrovich Losef. Paris Anna Lotito. Violet Joan Noel Lubers. Ethan David Lucas. Riley Elizabeth Leiden. Athena Leah Lynn. Christian Theodore Madar. Paige Toy Magel. Ian Mann. Taryn Parker Mangan. Patricia Marin Rivera. Xander Kevin Marino Sakharov. Delaney Irene Mark. Constantino Martin Faccioli. Christian Marcelo Massart. Brock Evan Matthias. Camden Maxwell. Thomas May. Caleb William Mazer. Colin George McAllister. Riley McConville. Lillian Grace McGuire. Dylan Patrick McHugh. Mason Kevin McKim. Jake McWilliams. Heather Catherine Mead. Jenna Olivia Mead. Victoria Michelle Meehan. Mia Rose Melchert. Serena Brianne Merlot. Trevor William McMurshisen. Nicholas Diamond Militello. Landon Drew Miller. Scott Miller. Edgar David Morellis. Kendall Mitchell. Michael Christopher Mokry. Peyton Marie Moore. Joseph Michael Moran. Joseph Moritz. Alicia Sanyu Magera. James Franklin Muse. Brandon Gray Nathan. Owen Christopher Nebel. Isabel Day Newsel. Paige Elizabeth Newport. Kyle Patrick Nickel. Jeffrey Matthew North. Rosalie Grace Novak. Hendrik Cameron Nystrom. Nathan Mark Ohanian. Michael James Olas. Sage Joy Osterhoff. Richard Francis Ostrowski. Catherine Rose Pactel. Haley Navdikumar Patel. Heli Sanjiv Patel. Garrett William Pater. Madison Elizabeth Pavoris. Kyle Philip Roy Pedersen. Isabella Palestrini. Sandra Paderala. Deborah Lily Prado. Jasmine Danielle Prado. Trevor John Pragel. Travis Miles Pulda.
Lillian Nicole Qualkenbush. Art Jasenia Ramirez. Spencer James Raver. Harper Sky Rice. Afton Lee Lahan Riemenschneider. Imogen Grace Ryder. Braden Dwight Rogers. Olivia Ruby Roth. Ogni Roy. Clara Renee Reefer. Nathan Joseph Rufino. Daniel Wayne Seville. Liam Eldon Schaefer. Elise Anne-Marie Shearer. Madison Patricia Schmidt. Alexandra May Scholl. Kaylee McKenna Schroeder. Brielle Jocelyn Schultz. Ethan Michael Schuring. Maisie Elizabeth Sedlak. Vedika Amit Shah. Benjamin Thomas Shields. Amelia Shields. Thomas Shore. Delaney Brianne Shorten. Benjamin Gary Sigmeyer. Edward Alexander Sincere. Trinity Lynn Smith. Lindsay Marie Smoling. Alexis Hope Sukup. Rachel Grace Sukup. Connor Stanley Spreitzer. Sean Michael Lloyd Sprinkle. James Robert Stone. Deanna Marie Strope. Nicole Anna Svetana. Isabel Kathleen Swanson. Haley Jane Theberge. Colton Jacob Tennis. Madeline Christine Thompson. Anne Elizabeth Tobin. Grace Marie Tobin. Marquand Tompkins. Veronica Clementine Tratina. Jair Omar Trujillo. Jalen Tucker. Maya Elaine Udchik. Madeline Marie Ewell. Reagan Ulsmith. Kane Michael Harvey Manalansan Undag. Oscar Yura. Tyler James Vasey. Natalie Vega Rodriguez. Joel Stephen Vidal Apasa. Madison Vohaska. Morgan Marie Voigt. Trace John Verbansik. Annalise Erna Warren. Mason Alexander Wegener. Christian William Werner. Brenna Elizabeth Wheeler. Ryan Allen Wiles. Molly Cooper Rebecca Willis. McKenna Grace Winkle. Kara Catherine Wright. Tatiana Yatskanich. Hannah Wolfield. Camden C. York. Hope Elizabeth Zamet. Jack Robert Zhang. Abby Victoria Zelikman.
Thank you very, very much for landing that backflip. I'm not doing one myself. As we get ready to send the class of 2023 into their future, I'd like to introduce one last speaker to bid us farewell, Ben Eschman. Ben is the son of Heather and Bill Eschman. Ben's activities while at Prairie Ridge include football and the musical. His favorite memory is dancing to Tay-Tay Swift in the study hall after winning a football game. Next fall, Ben will attend Iowa State University, where he has earned a merit scholarship to study computer science. Ben, the podium is yours. You got it, buddy.
Almost won that last football game. Real close. 4 years ago, we came into the school wide-eyed, curious, and at least for me, terrified. It wasn't easy to navigate around this new world we called high school, yet we all got pretty good at it. Now, we're ready to move on from this chapter of our lives into yet a whole new world. Look at where we are now. We're in these caps and gowns. Well, I'm still wide-eyed, curious, and nervous for what's ahead, but I'm a bit taller now, so I guess that's an improvement. Before I continue, I'd like to take a moment to thank all of the faculty, staff, anyone who guided us, and especially our parents. We really could not have done it without you. Now, I'd like to reflect on our last 4 years. We were always told it would go by like the blink of an eye. And at the time, it felt like the exact opposite. Every test felt like years. Every trip down the stairs took an eternity. And every talk with your parents felt like it would last your entire life. And every Zoom call, well, that's actually pretty short when you're asleep. Yet, here we are today, and looking back, it all felt so fast. There is an explanation for this. This time phenomenon can be applied to something called Weber's Law. And don't worry, I'll make it quick. It won't be boring, I promise. Essentially, the law states that as we grow older, our perception of time moves faster. For example, a year to an infant could seem like a month to us. I'll admit that I love to learn these things, and when I discovered this, I was left with two thoughts. First, I was filled with guilt. So I'd like to apologize. I'm sorry, Dad. I didn't realize that's why you forget everything, especially my birthday. Time's just moving too fast for you to even see what's happening. I mean, I couldn't imagine being at your old old, old age. And the second thing was something that I believe I'll take with me forever. I know we're told this sometimes we need to slow down and appreciate our lives. I know we're told this every day. Personally, I've heard it a million times. But I've never really thought about it this way. Life doesn't ever stop. It only speeds up. Faster and faster and faster. If you don't take a moment to appreciate it, you'll wind up missing everything. We are forever trying to regain time, to catch up. But sometimes it's a good idea to take a step back, realize where you are, and acknowledge how much you have accomplished. Never take anything for granted, and never, never have regret of not slowing down. Today, however, is not a celebration of the past. Today is a celebration of what's to come. It is time for us to become true adults, living, functioning in the real world. So it's time to ask the big questions. What are taxes? How do I do taxes? And is tax fraud really that bad? Okay, maybe cut that last one. But as we move on from high school, we are faced with many new challenges and responsibilities to make decisions about our career, education, and our futures. We have to navigate the complexities of the world and find our place in it. It can be overwhelming, but it's also very, very exciting. We all have our own paths we need to travel, each with its own struggle, tragedy, but then triumph. I'm excited to see where we all go. Although we may all be traveling in different directions today, here, at this moment, all of our paths are connected as one. So let's embrace the future. Do not be afraid to take risks, make mistakes, and learn from them. Today is the first day of the rest of our lives. Today, we graduate. Congratulations, class of 2023. We made it. And now, a final word from Dr. Cook.
Thank you, Ben. Sorry, Mr. Eschman. Finally, to all those assembled here today, I proudly present the class of 2023. Graduates, will you please stand one last time as a group? One quick note to our audience and our graduates. A reminder, after your caps are thrown, you'll have a moment to retrieve them before we head back into the school where your actual diplomas await. Remember, we'll do a recessional out together. Then you can come back out and take pictures as you like. So congratulations to the graduates, the faculty, the staff, administration, and school board, and most of all to the families of these young men and women on your achievement here today of a D155 diploma. Graduates, you ready with those caps? Grab your tassels first, remember. Here we go, everybody. 3, 2, 1. We'll do a recessional out by rows, like we came in. Again, for those in the audience, diplomas are in our commons. Our students will go inside, they'll get their diplomas, and then they will come back outside where the grounds are yours. You can take as many pictures as you like.